Hey, it's Goalie Boy 3535 here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of my Warrior Ritual CR1 coming up right now. So, as I've done on my previous review of my Bauer 2S, I'm going to be doing it on three main components. That's durability, performance, and price point. So first, I'd like to talk about price point. Now, as we discussed earlier, the Bauer, their top-of-the-line stick is $300. That would be the 2S Pro, or before it would be the 1S Pro. CCM's top-of-the-line sticks are $200, as well as my Warrior CR1. Now, I've mentioned this in a couple videos of all the different sticks I've tried, and I had this broken one around from when I recently broke it, and I thought that it would be a good time to do a review. So the price point coming in at Warrior's top-of-the-line stick comes in at $200 retail. And I mean, this is a good price. I mean, this is a price for the Warrior stick. Now, most of you don't know this, or well, actually, you probably do. But last year, Warrior had an extremely great year for goaltending sticks, as it was the story of the season, as every goalie was starting to switch to the Warrior CR1. Goalies who weren't just using Warrior gear or using Warrior foam core sticks before that, but they were using like Bauers, they were using CCMs, they were using all sorts of stuff, and they all just started switching or even trying out. Now, this fad is still there, and a lot of people are still using this stick, and this is Warrior's first entry into the composite goal stick world, so this is Warrior's first try. The next stick that the Warrior's coming out with is the VR1, which is out to the NHL right now, but it's not out in retail yet. So right now, this is still Warrior's only composite stick out there. And so what I want to talk about is we're going to go right now back into the price point. So again, the price point was $200 for this stick. And I think for this stick, you're getting a pretty good deal for Warriors. They're putting out their best product. This is, their best stick. They're, the highest technology. And Warrior's always been a pretty innovative company, from their gear to their pads, everything I've noticed. I've never used Warrior set, but when you look at the G4s and G3s, you see all the different stuff that you don't see in a lot of other stuff. So Warrior's pretty innovative, and I think Warrior has always been great. They've always had great foam core sticks. I never personally used a Warrior foam core stick, but I do know that lots of people loved them, and it was like essential in the NHL. Loved them. So I think that's a lot of big reason that Warrior was able to get people to switch. So I think the price point's pretty good for $200. I think you're getting a nice stick. Anytime you get a stick that isn't complete crap for $200 and it's a top-line stick, I think it's a pretty good deal. And so, yeah, that's what I think about the price point. Now we're going to talk about the durability. So I got this stick about last year, and I used it for most of the season. I'd say partway into the season I got it, and I used it, and it broke right in the summer after the season, very early in the summer. So probably about 3-4 months. And, that's not great durability on a stick. I would have liked to see more durability. And I'm going to show you the areas that it broke, because as you can see, it is broken here, but it's also broken in another area. So the story here is, I'm going to get a little closer so you can see. This stick originally broke not on this part, as you see, but it broke on the blade. Now, if you look a little closer, you can see how this is not normal. This is like a big dent and chunks out of it. And in here you can see, hopefully, that the blade is like cracked in there and it's starting to run up there. And so the blade got flimsy when I did that. And so I stopped using the stick. That was how I stopped using it and how it broke. Now this part, there was a big chip on here, and I flexed it in the garage, and one little flex and the thing just snapped. That wasn't broken yet, but this is where I actually stopped using it, and then this just finished it off in the garage. So that's the story on the durability. One thing about Warrior stick is I think that their shaft was really durable. I mean, the shaft, if you can see that, bring that up again closer. The shaft had minimal wear. It wasn't a lot beat up. Not bad. I mean, I think it was pretty good durability. I took shots off the shaft, and it held up well. There's a little red paint from the post, rubbing on the post, but yeah, I think it had some pretty good durability there. The area that I'd like to see an improvement on Warrior's next stick would be the blade. The blade was my least favorite part of the entire stick, performance, durability, and everything. I did not like the blade. The blade chipped away very easily. I mean, it just started to wear. As you can see, it got to the point where I couldn't play the puck anymore because it was just chipping away. And you know, that's hard when it's almost like it worn away like a foam core. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see better. It almost wore away like a traditional foam core stick. So, I mean, you want it to, a composite stick, usually the blade and the heel doesn't wear out as fast. It's usually breaking, like this part is usually what breaks on a composite stick. But my experiences have been otherwise, that they've all broken in this area. My Bauer 2S broke there. So this one, my Bauer 2S broke there. And I feel like and I also broke my S190 there too. So that's 3 sticks, and they're 2 different brands, and both have been breaking in the same spot. But on Warrior's blade, the durability just was not there. I still have tape on it, but the tape protected it. But this part here, where this is where you want to get your rebounds, so you can really easily direct them to the corner, and it was pretty bad there. Like, this was just not usable anymore. And that's really where I think that Warrior could use some improvement on their stick. And so I'm not really sure how I feel about the durability. I think that this part had pretty decent durability. There were little parts that I think could have been improved. But overall, I think the durability was all right. I think it could have been better in certain areas. Like, it wasn't like super impressed, but I mean, it could have been worse. But I don't know how the durability was. I'm not really sure for that reason. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know if the durability was so good. Now we're gonna talk about the performance. This is what most people want to know. Just in case, I'm gonna get this out of the way. For anyone wondering why there's nothing up here, I had a butt ends grip on this stick, and I just took that off so I could put it on another stick. I'm not really a huge fan of butt ends. I'll probably do a review on a butt ends grip. I don't have them anymore. I threw it away after it kind of ripped. But I'll talk about one maybe in an upcoming video. We'll see what you guys think. But yeah, that's why there's no tape here, and there's tape in other ways. So, starting off with the performance, I'm going to talk about the weight. This is a pretty light stick. Now, it's no Bauer 1S, it's no 2S Pro, but this has very good balance. Like, looking on the scale, it looks heavier on a scale than it really does in your hand. It feels very light. When I was making blocker saves, it felt nice and controlled and balanced, and I really liked that. I thought it was good control, and I personally enjoyed that. Now, talking about the performance, it is it's a 26-inch paddle with a twist curve. It's a Bishop. And so what I noticed about the grip is everyone talks about the Vibe-X, which I've never really had sticks vibrate. I mean, I take varsity shots and all that stuff, and I haven't really had it vibrate. With my CCM Premier, my Bauer didn't vibrate. I didn't use this, but it doesn't really vibrate that much. I don't know what people are all worked up about. Maybe if you've used a foam core forever, you're not used to it, but I didn't notice any difference with the Vibe-X as what they talk about as a big selling point. I didn't notice it. Now, talking about, I'm not really sure, I remember what they call this. I think it's it's something with their grip. It's like a slip grip or whatever. I don't know what they called it. But the point of it is supposed to have a little bit of grip here, and then it's supposed to be a little more slippery here, so you can have grip, but then poke check. I really enjoy rubbery grips. I've always taped over them, but I've recently, not taped. I've kind of gone back and forth in that area, always trying to find what I like the best. And so for me, I really did not like this. I tried a game where I didn't, or in practice or whatever, where I didn't have it, and I just couldn't get a good grip on the stick. I really didn't like that. Some guys might, because some people come from foam core where they have no tape there. If so, this will be a nice grip for you if you like that. I really dislike that. So for me, this just didn't work out so well. So I just put, grip tape over it. Nothing really special there, but I had to put grip tape over it. I just couldn't use it the way it was. That was one thing I wasn't a huge fan of on the stick. Now, about the paddle, I liked how the puck came off the paddle. It had good control. I felt that it was nice coming off the paddle, and I liked the flex. It wasn't too flexible, but not too stiff. But one thing I really was not a fan of was the blade, as I said, and the durability. The blade, as you can see, this material is it's just very coated. So it's really slippery material. And I do not like that, because when I went to play the puck, I was always a very active puck handling goalie. I loved to handle the puck. And when I used this stick, my puck handling took a dip. It wasn't as good. I didn't like it as much. I felt less confident. Like, I still could play the puck, but I felt a lot less confident in it. And I didn't think it was nearly as good as the Bauer I've been using and the CCM that I'm using now. But yeah, the slippery, I'd go to shoot the puck and the puck kind of just slipped around, and it was hard to kind of aim my passes and get height on them. I put tape all the way. I didn't want to put tape up here because that's weight, but it was hard to control the puck. That's actually where it ended up breaking. I think I'd love to see a little bit of a grip texture on the blade. I don't know, not like a grip, but Bauer has like little ridges and stuff, and that was really nice for controlling it. And I would have really liked to see that on the Warrior to control the puck, but yeah, I mean, that's just not really their style. So I think this is a good performing stick, but I think it's all about your preference and what you've come from. Now, if you've come from a foam core stick and you're used to that, for $200, I think you're really going to like this. It has a foam core feel to it. I never really liked foam core sticks, to be honest. I had a couple Christians. Christian. I had CCMs. I never had a Bauer foam core, but they didn't like the weight, and I didn't like how they felt. It just was not for me. And I've always been a composite guy. And so this felt a lot like those foam cores I had, and I wasn't as much of a fan of that. Now, some people, if you're from a foam core, I think this is good. It has the blade, how there's, slippery, kind of like a foam core. It's got the similar feel to a foam core, but it's a little bit more durable, and it's lighter. So I think if I've been a foam core user, then I think you're going to like this. Overall, I don't know if I can recommend this stick. I can say that it certainly did what it needed to do. It got the job done, but I just wasn't a huge fan of it. If you like foam core, I can recommend this stick, but if you're like me and you've always used Bauer composites and stuff like that, I don't know if you're going to like this. It just doesn't have the feel that I like. So overall, I don't know if this is that great of a stick. I mean, maybe if you're a different kind of goalie, but I just did not find that much that I loved in it. And so I don't know how I feel about it. One other thing that I forgot to mention is, if you can see closely here, your like little ridges like here, and that was to make the slide on your hand better. I didn't really notice that. You notice it with your hand without it, but you don't notice it with your blocker on it. It just kind of felt the same. It just made the stick feel slippery, and I like a grip stick, and this just felt slippery. So that's why I ended up trying the butt ends grip on this, because I didn't like how it felt. So overall, thank you guys for checking out my video, and I hope you enjoyed, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.